few minutes.
We're back up to the northeast and Middlesbrough's Riverside.
Yeah, exceptional. Great to have that confirmation. We've all been very hopeful over the last few months, and on the back of this morning's announcement, this morning's reveal, very excited. It is. It's a World Cup. It's world-class competition. It will bring. It's going to bring direct economic benefit to the region. It's fantastic for the Riverside Stadium. Demonstrates that this is yet again it's a world-class venue. Got to take that here in the summer. This announcement means that we'll have a World Cup game here 2021 and hopefully something in between.
It's absolutely fantastic. You know, it's more than 50 years ago that we last hosted a World Cup game when people came through those Eartham gates, and the people of Teesside will be able to do it again in the Rugby League World Cup, and it's fantastic news. And a big thank you has to go to the football club, the amount of hard work they've put in, and also by showcasing this fantastic stadium and the fantastic facilities we have, we've been able to secure a senior men's game of the Rugby League World Cup. Great news.
Well, both teams out and both teams are unchanged. We're just looking across to see if there is going to be a late change here. It looks as though Leeds may possibly be making one change here as the wind picks up again. There's now a whistle around at the back here. Well, Leeds are making a change. It's interesting that Jack Clark is the man making way, and they brought on Pablo Hernandez. Pablo Hernandez is the man who's coming on here. Jack Clark is off. Trying to write here. Just realised just how cold it is, Steve.
Yes, you're not wrong. You need to ice your fingers first before you try and hold that pen, Coxie.
The second half is underway here, and I can tell you, since we did that little half-time roundup down there, the scarf was on and the coat's gone on as well. It's a little fresh at the back of the stand here, shall we say, and the Borough fans looking for something to warm them up. It did look as though Leeds were going to be unchanged at the start of the second half, and then the fourth official appeared and said, no, one late change. So Jack Clark, the young guy we were talking about, who, thankfully from Bo's point of view, wasn't as effective as he has been.
No, he wasn't, but unless it's an injury. But he's a type of young lad, a type of player who can create something for Leeds, and I'm surprised he's done that. Like I say, unless it's for an injury.
Well, credit to the Borough, I suppose, as well, for the way that they handled it. They negated his threat.
He certainly did.
Not many teams have managed to do that. A young man with a big future. But the man they brought on, Pablo Hernandez, is the joint second top scorer. He's got 7 goals this season.
Yeah, massive experience. Massive experience. So he's not a bad substitute to put on, really.
He's not, is he? But it's Borough who started the brighter of the two. Lewis Wing is challenged by Calvin Phillips. Tries to set up George Saville. Johnny Howson, crossfield ball not quite finding its target. The intention was there. That's a good ball down the line though from George Saville. Spotted the run from George Friend, and here's a good chance for Lewis Wing. And Lewis Wing, the young man who 2 years ago was playing Northern League football, has lit this game alight. 2 minutes in the second half, he looked up, he picked his spot. It was way out of the reach of Kiko Casilla. And in this game at the top of the table, it's the Borough who strike first. It's Borough 1, Leeds United 0, and it's a Lewis Wing. George Friend with the pull back, Lewis Wing, calm as you like.
Great finish, great finish. I think you give the keeper the eyes there.
What a finish that is.
Ball.
That just started, to be fair, by George Saville. Spotted the run off the ball of George Friend.
Yeah.
George Friend, good pull back again, and set up for the finish of Lewis Wing there.
Didn't panic, you can see he's finished that beautifully. That's a great finish.
That's a quality
great
finish.
That. Yeah.
Well, that, to state the obvious, was exactly the start that Borough wanted.
Absolutely, Paul, absolutely. We've come out again with the intention of getting at Leeds, and we've done that straight from the kick-off, and we've paid dividends. So Leeds now kicking with the wind. It'll be interesting to see how they handle that. It's not easy. It's not easy.
And the cheer in the background is just purely for the announcement of the goal. We have a brief break in play. And Lewis Wing again on the ball. Johnny Howson into Lewis Wing, back to Johnny Howson again. Oh, nearly threaded the ball through there to Jordan Huger, but nearly isn't good enough. And Leeds can clear.
We've had a bit of success like that today, Cox, here, down both sides, just outside the 18-yard box. A little bit of interplay between midfield players and wing backs, and we've had some success there, and I think that's going to be. I think it's going to continue the second half, and we still might get some joy.
I think Leeds have probably been a lot more open at the back than you would have expected them to be. Certainly for that goal, take nothing away from the way that Borough played it, which was really well, but Leeds were cut open quite easily. Yeah,
they were. Like I said, good interplay between the full back and the wing back, and it was a great goal, great finish.
Which is started by.
There you go.
Oops, a free kick. Thank you. We'll have that. Started by George Saville, interplay with, or continued, I should say, with George Friend, and finished off in some style by Lewis Wing, who is clattered, none the worse for said clattering. With the adrenaline running through him now, he'll run through anything, won't he?
Absolutely. I mean, that's going to give him more confidence in what he's playing with at the moment, as if he needs that confidence. But yeah, he's been a revelation so far. You've got to say that.
.50-50 contested possession. Linesman getting an earful from Ryan Shotton. I'd imagine the referee will have a quiet word with Ryan Shotton and just tell him to calm down. Young man on the screen there, he's certainly happy enough. Just a quiet word, I think, from down England there, because I think Ryan Shotton felt that the decision had gone the wrong way, let the linesman know.
You could see why he was aggrieved. I mean, Alioski's not even looking at the ball, he's just looking to stop Ryan Shotton getting onto it. And you can see why he wasn't very happy.
The Leeds fans at the moment are quiet. The noise from the Borough fans that you can hear in the background as their side look for another one, which would make life really difficult for Leeds. That wind picks up again. It just comes out of nothing, and like, it's bad enough for us up here, don't it? It's like down there.
Yeah, I know.
George Friend, a headed clearance. It's just gusty this afternoon. It's supposed to be constant, but it suddenly gusts and picks up and catches you by surprise. Puts a parting in the old hair, saying, you know.
Well, what's left of it, Coxie, that's to be, you know, it's just, it's not getting in your eyes, don't worry about that, you'll be all right.
Mine or yours?
Well.
George Friend.
Tell you what's pleased me today is seeing George Saville more on the ball and going forward with the ball as well. That's the type of player he is, and we haven't seen that of him this year. I know it took him for a while to settle into the team, but today he certainly stood out in that midfield.
Well, his confidence maybe comes from his performance at West Brom last week.
Absolutely.
When
yeah, exactly. Things like that do lift your confidence. I'm not saying he wasn't playing without confidence before that, but it gives you a lift for sure. And it makes you realise that you can score goals, and you want to get involved more. And that's what it's all about, getting on the ball, being brave enough to get on the ball, take the ball in different situations, difficult situations.
I'm going to set you a question here.
Yeah.
Can you remember your first game against Leeds?
Ooh, that's a difficult one, that.
I've got the answer, don't worry.
Have you?
Yeah, you know.
Can you let me know?
I will.
Just so I can comment on it.
I will in a moment, yeah. John Obi Mikel wins possession, wriggles away, tried to thread the ball through for George Friend, didn't quite work, and Liam Cooper picks it up for Leeds, who are penned back in their own half at the moment. But make no mistake about it, Leeds United are top of the table for some reason.
Oh, yes.
That's because they are a pretty decent side, so this one is far from done yet.
You can see Hernandez has come onto this side here to help out Luke Ayling. You can see that. That's obviously where I think the managers realised that we were causing them problems, too many problems in the first half, and he's put Hernandez on there to try and stop that.
Click, it's on the ball. Now it's Alioski, the two ever-presents. And Click just pulled up sharply there when he played that pass. He doesn't look 100% fit, but watching at the moment is Keith Marrow. Two challenges there. I think it was the one from Danny Ayala that took the ball, and George Saville, making sure that Keith Marrow got nowhere near that. We'll come back to your first game against Leeds, Steve. It was in November 1995. It was Janino's debut.
All right. Yes, when the wee man ran through and down here. Yeah, I remember that game now. I remember you talking about.
Don't worry, I wouldn't expect you to remember every game.
No,
you played plenty.
There was one or two. But that was a good day. That I remember that. You're right. I think I remember him ghosting past Gary McAllister in midfield, and one or two others. And he was, that's when the wee man came, and he was a revelation from then on, wasn't he?
With a little glimpse of what was to come over the next couple of years or so. But Leeds at the moment trying to get back in the current guys, and overhit another cross. I'm sure you knew that anyway.
Is that league? Is that league or is that everything?
That's everything, I think.
Is it?
I think so. I think it's everything.
Okay.
I think you're putting me on the spot now, aren't you?
Yeah, I am, just to test you, yeah.
I'm going to say it's everything. 304 appearances. You made about the same for Tranmere, didn't you? Yeah,
I made a few, about
I think
between 300 and 400 for Tranmere, something like that, yeah.
Leeds making another change coming up, I think. And we did spot that Matthias Klick just pulled up sharply. It looks as though his race has been run. I think Klick is the man who will be playing no further part in this game. Free kick conceded by John Obi Mikel. Before that can be taken, Leeds tried to. Actually, they changed their minds that they don't want to take the substitution just yet. And the man who I think is going to be coming off is the man that's on the ball at the moment. He doesn't look comfortable, though, Klick.
No, he's not moving well, is he?
He's not moving quickly at all. So I think this is where he'll be off. Another overhit ball you spotted there. I think this is the last of Klick now, I think. Here we go.
He looks like he's done his hamstring or something there.
He's not moving.
No, he's not moving so
sweetly
well
at all. Tyler Roberts, I think, is the man that's going to be replacing him. I think there was a suggestion in the build-up to this game. As a ball comes through the middle to Patrick Bamford, it needs stout defending here from the Borough, and it's exactly what you've got from Dale Fry. He's drawn the foul from Bamford, and that was good defending from the young Borough.
Yeah, he made up for his mistake there. He gave the ball away to Dale, and he's reacted to it really quickly and rectified it.
Well, there's that change that's made. They said there was a suggestion in the in the build-up to this game that Click was a doubt, so maybe he's just run into that injury again, perhaps.
Obviously been carrying the injury before he started, yeah.
There's likewise with Hernandez, suggestion that he might not have been a certain. Well, certainly he wasn't a starter today, but he's.
Yeah, exactly. That's possibly why he was on the bench, Coxie. Yeah, you could be right there. He's not 100%, and he decided to play Jack Clark from the start. So that's not worked out, and he's changed it. Took a chance.
Well, for all that the half chance, we didn't, not quite half chance, a quarter chance from Danny Ayala. That's good work from the centre back.
Yeah, you're there. You've got to do it. Go all the way. Go on, Dale.
There's Dale Fry trying to thread his way through. This game opening up with centre backs moving from their defensive positions into attack mode. Leeds couldn't capitalise, but that's not good from George Friend, and it allows Hernandez the chance to try and get across into the box, but couldn't pick his man out. George had nobody behind him when he was trying that move. Hernandez swings the corner, the ball over, and it's a corner.
Yeah, it was a bit dangerous from George Friend, that trying the nutmeg just in front of the halfway line, and we could have very easily been caught out there.
It's going to be a card here, and the yellow card there shown, I think, to George Saville, I think. That's what it's been shown to. That was probably for the challenge that was getting.
I think so. Yeah, midfield. Yeah. Well, that's what it's about. That's what it's about.
Entitled to go for the ball. Maybe quite as zealous as that, but stakes are high here. Corner comes over, very comfortable. Pontus Jansson's pulled away to the back post to get in a good position. Another good defender, Jansson. Another,
He has. Again, I've watched Leeds quite a bit this year, and he's very, very comfortable on the ball. I think you can rough him up a little bit. Doesn't like the physical side of it sometimes. So, if that's the case, then yeah, centre forward should let him know you're about, and see how he stands up to that.
We're talking to centre forwards. There's plenty of attacking option on the Borough bench, should it be needed. Peter Sombalonga, Ashley Fletcher, Stuart Downing and Rajiv Van La Parra fit that mould. The other two slightly more defensive-minded, Adam Clayton, who 50 games for Leeds, and Mo Besic, the other two. Dimmy, the sub-keeper, of course. There's Andy Lonergan expected to make his debut for Rochdale this afternoon. He's out there on emergency loan.
Right.
Lovely ball forward. That's another half chance for Lewis, where he just wouldn't come down for him, wouldn't sit up nicely for him. That was a very good interception from Liam Cooper. Set up by John Obi Mikel, and Liam Cooper did ever so well there. Dale Fry trying to thread the ball up the line, and Hernandez nips that one in the bud. He just had for half a moment waiting for Lewis Wade just to lob that ball over the keeper.
Ball wouldn't come down for him, would it? Wouldn't come down properly for him. It's always difficult, that.
Talking of picking it up, Leeds have injected a bit of energy into their game now, haven't they? They've picked this up in the last few minutes.
I think they have to, Coxie. I think they have to.
The challenge from Ryan Shotton.
They seem to be going through the motions at the moment, and I don't think the manager, he won't stand for that.
Well, I just get the impression the last half hour here, this is going to be a right game, this one.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we need another goal. We definitely need another goal. Sometimes one's never enough.
Lewis Wing is the man that's down. Hence the reason we can't continue with this Leeds corner. Lewis Wing is the man that's down. Hence the reason. Alioski just trotting across to. I'm surprised he's not taking it, to be honest with you. He's taken most things this afternoon, hasn't he? And he's been on every set piece as that wind whips up again.
Well, this one I would imagine with the right footer it's going to be whipped into the near post because the wind's going to help it.